What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the Crypto Blitz, your home for your crypto fix. I'm your host, Ripple Van Winkle. Hopefully, everyone's having an amazing Sunday. It's Sunday Fun Day. Hopefully, you got some amazing plans lined up. Maybe just gonna lounge around the house. Nothing wrong with that either. But back to the grind tomorrow and back to work we go. And you know what? Soon enough, that's all going to come to an end because crypto is going to take off. We're all going to become absolutely insanely wealthy because of our hard work, our hard research, and all the time and efforts we have put into these markets and picking out the real assets, the ones with real world utility. In this episode, we're going to talk about Trump, and he's taking a serious look into Bitcoin, which is a very good thing. We're going to hear from Matt Hogan, the CIO of Bitwise. We're going to talk about the Bybit hack because did Ripple just loan Bybit a crap ton of XRP? I hope that's not the case, but we're going to dig into it. And then I got 3 different TA experts in the spaces, their charts pulled up. We're going to go over them. I'm going to review them on my chart on TradingView and what I am currently seeing. So sit back, relax. You're in for a treat. Bitcoin, $95,711. It's currently down 0.9% in the past 24 hours. Ethereum coming in at $2,794. It's currently up 1.7%. XRP, well, nothing exciting going on. Coming in at $2.54. It's currently in the red at 1.4% on the downside in the past 24 hours. Total cryptocurrency market cap, $3,154 billion. Where are we going to go from here? Well, it seems to me we're still chopping. Once again, where does Bitcoin find itself? Right in the middle of that $90,000 region. Could we retest 90, 91K? 100%. That is not off the table just yet, but we are 100% running out of time for Bitcoin to make this move up and to break out of this nasty range it has been stuck in. I put this out. This is pretty funny. Finally got my FTX payout. It's been a long 2.5 years, but I'm glad to have the money back. Just deposited onto Bybit. What are we longing? You get it, folks? Put it on Bybit. Bybit got hacked. It's all gone. Oh, I thought it was funny, though. I know some people gave me a couple of LOLs down there. Here we go. So Watch Guru put this out. Says Bybit is saying that they are starting to take loans to cover the withdrawals. It's pretty much to help cover the losses. We see 40 million XRP worth over $102 million were transferred from an unknown wallet to Bybit. Obviously, this isn't a regular everyday Joe who owns this amount of XRP. Obviously, this is coming from some sort of institutional wallet. If I had to take a guess, this is coming from Ripple's wallet here. I just hope that they're not giving it because, Bybit's going to dump 40 million XRP onto the market. Unless, well, no, because Bybit didn't get hacked for XRP. So unless they're going to convert this, which isn't good because it's a sell, they're going to sell XRP to buy back the ETH and give it out. It's not a good look if that is the case because that's $102 million that we would need to eat on those order books. This is not what we want to see. Not even close. Yeah, okay, Ripple's doing the right thing. I don't care about the right thing right here, okay? Bybit got hacked. They should have the money somewhere. And they should be able to pay back their people if they claim they have one-to-one backings, if they claim they have reserves. They should not be asking for other people to transfer money. If Ripple wanted to do the right thing, give them cash. Do not give them XRP. Because this XRP is going to get dumped back onto the markets. When it gets dumped onto the markets, what happens? It affects the price of XRP. It's that simple. We don't want this. We do not want this. Even if they go over the counter at some point, somehow, some way, that XRP is going to hit the market. I think we showed this before, but we're going to show it again because CIO of Bitwise, Matt Hogan, he says there's a lot of demand for an XRP ETF, and this is going to get us into our next talking point about Trump and Bitcoin, and then we're going to look at those 3 TA charts. Let's see what they're thinking, see if everyone is aligned, and then we're going to pull up my chart, and I'll give you my thoughts and my opinions on where we are about to go.
One more thing before we go. We saw earlier this week that the SEC formally acknowledged Bitwise's application for a spot XRP ETF. Now, I know you can't talk about the specific application, but I'm wondering if you can talk about what you've heard in terms of demand for an XRP ETF in particular. Obviously, there was less demand for an ETH ETF than a Bitcoin one, but there is increasing adoption. So what's the scope look like for an XRP fund?
Yeah, I would say two things on that front, without talking about the Bitwise filing specifically, as you mentioned. One, I think there's substantial demand for an XRP ETF. XRP has had a sustained community for an extremely long period of time. It's an asset that trades significantly on centralized exchanges. I think people would love to find a way to hold it in a simple, low cost, easy to use ETP structure. And I will say the second piece is the SEC is much more receptive to discussions under the new administration than they were in the past. In the previous administration, the door would simply be shut. There was no way to discuss things like staking or in kind.
All right, we don't need to hear the whole thing here. At the end of the day, and I'm going to keep talking about this and keep tweeting about it, an ETF is coming for XRP. I do believe XRP is next up in the list. I believe we're going to get it in Q2 of this year. I believe we're going to see XRP ETF, Solana, HBAR, Chainlink, I think Trump Coin, Dogecoin, I think they all are going to have ETFs. Then we get this article come from the cryptominute.com talking about how Trump is paying serious attention to Bitcoin. And it says, Pines quickly turned to Washington, where the Trump administration has launched several initiatives that place Bitcoin firmly on the federal agenda. In particular, the White House recent executive orders have prompted agencies to explore whether the U.S. should establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve, incorporate Bitcoin into a potential sovereign wealth fund, and devise clearer rules around stablecoin. So here's what's going to happen. They're going to look at this and Trump's going to be like, we're not going to put all eggs into one basket. Should we have a strategic crypto reserve? The answer is yes. Should it only be Bitcoin? The answer is no. So what they're going to do is they're going to take a bunch of these different crypto assets, especially the ones that World Liberty Financial is invested in, and they are going to put these into a strategic crypto reserve. This is super bullish, especially for these assets that you are holding. This is like the dream scenario that we all have been waiting for, and it is about to come true. You're going to have a country backing particular cryptos. Squeaky Mouse put out his chart. He goes, based on XRP's recent price movement, we may only be days away from our next breakout. Here you go. You can see his little triangle forming. We could get down. He's thinking to this bottom point form. Wave 4 down here, which is probably sitting around, if I had to guess, 250, give or take, right around that range. And once that does hit, we can see the explosion to the upside, which, as I've stated before, we will not be sitting in that $3 to $4 range for a long time. It is going to absolutely explode through there, and we're going to reach our new all-time high. So when we look at my chart, you can see these thick yellow lines. These are your support and resistance areas that need to get broken. So if we look what Squeaky's saying, we come back over here, right, sitting at 250. Right here as well, sitting at 251 that we just had a bounce. Could we tap this one more time and then break to the upside? Yes, but I also have my eyes on to 230 range. Right around 230, 230, 231 before we break to the upside. Dark Defenders, right? He's like, he says, hello. Hi all, XRP reached another decision point at $2.60, which plays a crucial role. Above this level and significantly above 277, the second leg of the bullish weekly structure is continued to expand. So this is what he has. Now remember, I have it as 282 is the breakout. He's talking about a significant level above 277 here. He has almost the same chart, but he has this thing tapping around at the bottom of it, like 255-ish. But if it does break to the downside, 244, which is interesting, right? So I think all these TA experts are coming to the conclusion that, there's, I would say 240 to play it safe. You like to give yourself a little wiggle room here. The 240 to 250 range is the crucial level. It is the key level that we most likely are going to tap it one more time before that push up starts to happen. I do believe in the worst case scenario, and this would be with Bitcoin retesting that $90,000 to $91,000 range, that we would see XRP retest around 230. I really don't see it going back to the 2020 all-time high around $1.97. I think that is off the books for now. I think once we get around 230, 220 to 230 to give ourselves that 10-cent buffer, because you can't be perfect with this thing, right? Especially depending on what chart you're looking at. I think that is it. I think once we do get, if we do get there, then it's time to go up. But we're looking at the key level right now on XRP. It's sitting at $2.54. It did get as low as about $2.50. Let's see what Monday brings. Usually the weekends are pretty slow for crypto. I don't expect any sort of excitement today. I think it's going to be a very boring day on the charts. I think if things were to start to heat up, it would be Sunday night. Eastern time, because that's when the Asia is going to start waking up, and when they start waking up, they will dictate which way the crypto markets are going to go. If they start to push up into the green when the US starts to wake up on Monday morning, I think it's going to continue with the green trend. That is what I'm paying attention to for today. Step away, go get some air, go get some steps in. Do something productive. Don't just stare at the chart. It's not good for your mental health. Trust me on that. I'm going to leave it like that. Look, wash your damn hands. Be nice and be kind to each other. Ripple Van Winkle is out.